Is it wrong to find a virtue in the devil? He only addresses one thing at a time. Hypocrisy emerges in the long run, but hypocrisy isn't a lie. Is it wrong to find two faces more attractive? A double cross has bright spots of its own. When one of the devil's faces speaks to you, I'm speaking to you alone. The devil doesn't want what you ought not to, but he doesn't always want what he gets. The devil lives to serve the contract, and does just what it says. The devil gives you space. He takes you home, and leaves his baggage on your doorstep, and never holds his own. But the devil has engagements. He's not made of stone. So throw me a bone. The devil's clothed in nothing-colored skin. The devil's naked. He isn't faking it. He's just a character he's in. A sinister person with a person's rights. His pattern's not abusive every time. Although he doesn't empathize, he finds that I'm completely justified. A man is a backwards walking animal. It feels like I only go backwards. Every part of me says, go ahead. 2. Judge an action by its outcome, not its intention. 1. A judgment is an action. When earth blurs lines, heaven sharpens them. He pulled the mirrors off his Cadillac because he doesn't like it looking like he looks back. Unlike intelligence, wisdom works just as well backwards as forwards. The devil brings good tidings to bad people, but he also only quarrels with bad people. The devil's enemies are all bad people. He keeps them away from the good. But that's the thing. The devil's just bad people. He pays the same money as other people, and takes the same medicine other people take, the kind that makes people feel better. The law grants rights and freedoms to all people, and the devil belongs to the slipshod set of all people. The difference is, the devil knows true freedom. It's the freedom to be evil. The devil loves a panoply of wrongthink, but he doesn't think too much himself. He breathes hot air, and then he breathes it out. His thoughts are made in his mouth. The devil's intelligence comes with no capacity. Where speech is free, he picks up talk for cheap. But the devil hasn't practiced what he's preached. Instead, he just repeats. Since no one trusts his word, he trusts in writing. In writing, his meaning comes across absurd. Unless he means exactly what you heard. So, rest assured. His inner world's transparent. There's nothing to see. Would you want there to be? Poets play the shepherds of the world, but really they're the fleece. Saying is saying, not doing, not being. Saying is saying is saying. Say irony, though, and become ironic. I know what it's like, not what it is. But why create something when there could be nothing? The devil celebrates when others suffer, though it isn't the suffering he likes. His reasoning's dependably on fire, just his heart's on ice. The devil only instigates passivity. He handles conflict with outstanding care. He has no trouble winning advocates. The games he plays are fair. The devil doesn't flatter to deceive. When he tells you he loves you, that's just what he means. It isn't his business if it's unbelievable. He sings whatever praise is most banal. And yet, he doesn't want you to be evil. He wants you to know how. When I'm dreaming, I don't want anything except to keep dreaming. Sleep all night, sleep all day. A dream, an experience without the responsibility. Head on fire, heart on ice. Thinking is thickening the middle. The devil doesn't care about reality, just dreams. He's sleeping through your confrontations with authority. The devil seems innocent. He isn't investigated. The devil knows that evil's unintended. You don't have to tell me. The devil's not exactly an author. He doesn't write a word unless you're speaking, and he doesn't mind repeating. But he also doesn't hesitate to falsify. He knows that talk is cheap, though speech is free. He's fluent, but obtusely. Perhaps his evil's mostly just banality. The devil writes poetry at the poetry reading. His ethics is doing it my way. First ethics. Be a weak enemy. There are two worldviews. Either you think you're not good enough for this earth, or you think you're too good. Please, keep your thoughts as small as you are. The best you can be for others is their background. You hear what you want to hear, and you hear what you don't want to hear. Nobody wants us except each other. The devil only breathes smoke, not fire. He realizes nothing, and his nothing was never there. That's why he'd rather be rigorous than right. What matters to him is air. The devil doesn't demand that you suffer. He only ever asks. He reassures you with his words, condemns you with his acts. It's like he leaves a like, but takes it back. The double take, a trap. The devil is irony, pure and meticulous. His pastime is building a maze in place of his soul, while yours he'll treasure, even when no one else does. I'm unsure about my own. Blessed are those who need not prove they're human, for they can do something else entirely. Give nonsense explanations, then ask for questions. What's good news to bad people? A life isn't much. Some things I've learned to believe by disbelieving them again and again. My thought makes worlds, my finger subjects. But they rarely point in the same direction these days, when joining mouth and money makes you an auctioneer. All evil comes with, on the front end, good. Meanwhile, goodness is cavalier in the Janus face of its own denial, and the devil wags his index forever elsewhere. Maybe I'm cynical. Who knows? Maybe I'm saying both yes and no. Maybe I've planted myself in this circumstance. Maybe I'm rooted. Maybe I'm colonial. A man likes to stand on the slope of history that tilts to the future. He likes that control over time, and could always use a little more. But wrinkling my brow to look forward just fucks up my footing. And when I roll downhill, I'm looking backwards as much as at what I'm headed for.